Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming here today. My voice is a little bit raspy. I had a ton of fun at last night's Wrestlefest in Newark, California. It was a very, very fun trip to go on. I'm very glad that we went on this one. Me and Paul tore it up. We did it all. We hit the convention. I got there probably right at about 10 o'clock before the doors opened and we were able to go in. I got a little lost on the way there, but everything turned out a little bit all right. I just took a little bit longer route than I was supposed to. I ended up touring the city of San Francisco via the freeway because I was supposed to get off on this one side freeway and I missed it, so I had to go across the bridge and all the way around. But I won't make that mistake again. Hopefully next year, my good buddy Mario will be able to make the trip, who wasn't able to make it this time. But we had a ton of fun, met a ton of wrestlers. Super Ticket, as always, really did deliver. Looking around the convention at the high school, it was definitely smaller than last year. And last year was the first one that I'd been to, so I don't have a real big grand stage to do it on. I know that in 2011 the convention was really huge with a ton of wrestlers like the Nasty Boys, DDP, Tatanka, and a whole bunch of others. But this one, everything was really nice. There just was less vendor tables. I think that this year's convention, the way they did the autographs, the way they did the pictures, was a lot more structured. It was a lot easier to do it. Last year, you got in a long line. You went through and you took your pictures with everybody, and then they sent you outside. And then there was 100 people. So then they called you in groups of 25 to come from outside, to come back inside to go down the autograph table, which was very horrible. This year they just had they had people at different groups. Two people were at one table. They had a tag team set up at another table. They had a singles guy at another table. So it was sort of like you moved in patterns. So like the first time everybody lined up in the line of 1 through 100 was sort of long, but then you had breaks because not everybody was going to the same place at the same time. Also, buying your super ticket early, the number of your super ticket is the number that it was sold. I was lucky. I think I had number 7. Paul had number 6. So we didn't really have a long time to wait in the line. If you were like number 80, number 90, or one person I met was actually 99. That was a long ass wait in order to get there. Everybody wants to know the stuff you got when you were at Wrestlefest from the tables. Like I said, there was less tables. I had less cash than I had last year, so I didn't pick up a ton of stuff. But the stuff I did get was cool. I met Cody Hall, the up-and-comer. His dad wasn't there when he was there, so I got an autographed 8x10. I got that for the future. Here is the much talked about Christopher Daniels and Kazarian comic book that was just published. Christopher Daniels was on with Brian Alvarez on Figure 4 Weekly, and he was talking about his comic book just getting released. He was talking about him just getting released from TNA, and so here's the book signed by both of them. I think it was $5 for the comic book. I think he charged $10 for the picture for $15, and I got that knocked out early. I just sort of forgot that I had other stuff that I had brought for those two guys to sign. So I went up later once their line died down. I got my Ultimate X collection. This was signed by Christopher Daniels and Kazarian. And then we found out that this is Chris Sabin and this is Amazing Red. That's what they told me. And then I also got Destination X, real cool DVD cover signed by Christopher Daniels as well. He's on the cover there solo-y, holding the X Division title. They were there for the first session. They left to go get lunch or do whatever they do, and then they came back to set up for the last part, the main event, when Ric Flair came back out to make some more money. These guys raked in the cash. They were awesome. Everybody bought a comic book. Everybody got a picture. They were cheap. They were fun. They were nice. I think that's the easiest thing to do when you're at a convention and you're at a wrestler. And you are a wrestler and you want to make the money. But when I went back up to them the second time, I was more than prepared to give them however much they needed to sign these because I didn't want to bring them and take them home for nothing. So here they are. They signed them for free. I don't know if they remembered me or not, but anyway around it, I mean, that was really cool and really nice to do. from one of the DVD stands that were there. I bought Ring of Honor, Showdown in the Sun. This is night 1. This is the night that me, Ravi, Miguel, and Kevin all sat front row. I think Big Rat, Sabu TNA Forever, they sat front row for about a minute before the match ended for El Generico and Kevin Steen. Really wanted this mainly just because I was in the front row. Someday I'll own the Hell Rising Kevin Steen DVD. I believe this match is on there, but wasn't this... I don't think it was the opener, but it was a damn good match, whatever it was. But it was early on in the card. I don't think it was the main event. I think the main event was that 3-way. Davey Richards, Roderick Strong, and Eddie Edwards. That was where Kevin caught Davey Richards' mouthpiece, and was holding it. And he was showing the leader of the Truth, Cedric Martini. And he was like, look at this. And Cedric Martini broke character looking at Kevin. And he was like, what the fuck is that? But he still has it. Hopefully he's not getting rid of it because he's moving. But the Young Bucks are on this show. Kevin Steen said this is his favorite match that he had with El Generico. They did a table spot right in front of me. I have this on a DVD that's burned from my buddy. But now I have the real deal. And I got Jim Crockett. Jim and I, why do you not own this? This is the good old days, the Jim Crockett Promotions. I got this signed by the Rock and Roll Express. They had a gimmick table set up for the actual company that was running BTW. They sold WWE's t-shirts. They were $20 for adults ones. They were not really basic shirts, but they weren't really authentic shirts. I'm not saying that they were fake. They just weren't like the WWE, patchworthy ones. They had basically the same logo, but it was a little bit different. They had a Shield shirt. They had an Ultimate Warrior shirt. I almost bought the Warrior one. They sold out of that one. They had a Wyatt shirt. A whole bunch of, just really cool ones. They also sold a whole bunch of 8x10s. Go to Paul's video, Mr. Paul JB44. He went buck nasty on those things. He bought them all. But they had a table set up of just various random BTW DVDs. So I bought last year's WrestleFest for $5. Carlito versus Chris Masters. I sat second row at this show. I had a ton of fun. Mickey James and Winter was a great match. Shelton Benjamin versus Chemo was the match of the night. They had a lot of fun during the Shane Cody tag team match. And I can remember the Colt Cabana match being good as well. Honky Tonk Man did the job. But I got that. Only $5. Nothing really spectacular about the DVD. The cover looks pretty cool. As far as just, taking the card and just putting it on there. Then they had these 2 DVDs. Timeline History of the WWE 1989 with Brutus Beefcake. I tried to buy this off of an eBay auction from a YouTuber on here, and it didn't work out, but I got it for $5. And then I've also seen this one, but it was one I wanted to have. Ivory, 2001. These were $5 a piece, and they were sitting on a table as well as with these. And I picked it up, and I said, these are $5? And he said, yeah. And I said, deal. I said, I'll take these 3. And then Paul wasn't even paying attention to what was going on. Paul was looking at the t-shirts, or Paul was looking at the autographed 8x10s. And he just heard me say $5. And I said, yeah, they're good. And he goes, I'll take them. He didn't even know what I was talking about, but he bought the... I think one was Bruno Sammartino, the 1970s, and another one was 1983 or something like that, George the Animal Steel. He got those. Those are steals. These go for a good amount on eBay. It's a good company. I like the Timeline deals. I watched a lot of them on YouTube. I think these are the first ones that I own. But I'm glad to have them. Where are we at? 9 minutes. Then I don't really want to pull my encyclopedia out. But, oh yeah. I didn't get to meet Meltzer. I didn't see him there. I don't know if he was there or not there, but I looked, scoured, couldn't find him. Here it is. Ric Flair, To Be the Man. He signed it Ric Flair 16 times, and he put a big old woo on there. I didn't even ask for it. Paul was able to get his 8x10s, with his name on it to Paul. He didn't want to do it, but Paul talked him into doing it. And I don't know if it's Ric Flair who comes out and says, I'm not going to do it, but... he got a pretty good pop from the people that worked there that basically that he was able to ask and able to get it done. This, of course, is the, hey, Focus. That's the promo for everybody that was there. That was me and Paul. We had fun before the show. That was right when we got there. Meeting, come on. What if I do this? There we go. I darken out, but it doesn't matter to me. There's me and Bad Influence, real cool dudes. Didn't cost a ton to meet them. There's meeting the Godfather. He was also fun to meet. Just talked to him about basically bum rushing him in the bar in Vegas on the way to WrestleMania. Just told him that I was really excited. I thanked him for not punching me in the face, and everything was cool. There's another one with the Godfather with him showing off the big old pimp hand, the pimp ring, getting the hoe train going. Gangrel. That's probably going to be one of my favorite wrestling pictures of all time. He was doing this pose with everybody, and I marked out for it when I saw it for the first time. I said I knew that was going to be cool. Rock and Roll Express. These guys were hysterical. These guys, as you were meeting them, they were out in outer space. I mean, I'm not going to go with the Piper story saying they were, hitting the bottle, wherever they were, but it took me probably 5 minutes to get this picture, because this guy was messing around with me, and then when the other guy came over, the other guy was gone, and then it just took a long time to get them both in the same place at the same time. There's us and Chavo. Chavo ran a little bit late, but he was good. I told him, about the... I said it was really nice to share the intimate stories about Benoit and about Eddie Guerrero. I thought that was really cool and really nice. I asked him if he was going to be wrestling with Hernandez, and he said that they're going to be messing around doing a lot of Texas shows in the upcoming time, but he's got a lot of other projects going on. What the hell happened there? Went straight to some field trip we went on. There's my buddy Rick. We hung out at Bound for Glory, Fake Buff Bagwell. He's always over. I got to post these. There's Molly Holly. She looked beautiful. I didn't think she was going to look as nice as that. That was horrible to say, but she was stunning, and I really wasn't expecting that. I got a lot of Molly Hollies. There's Big Zeke. Back of his head. Zeke was awesome, dude. He's got, let me get a little bit more focused like that. Boom. Look at the size of that fist. I sent him the picture from 2011. I met him at SummerSlam. And for some reason, when I'm meeting him, I wanted to get a picture of me flexing, because the dude is huge. And the Access girl took a picture at the wrong time. So I look like I'm practicing my thing while he's doing an autograph. And then as I shook his hand, she took another picture. But I just had this huge fist that I look like I'm about to deck him as soon as he does my hand. There's Cody Hall. This guy's awesome. I never really thought a whole bunch of this guy until I saw him in person. He's a dead ringer for Randy Orton. In the ring, I didn't get to see a whole lot. I guess the guy that he was wrestling got injured, and so he just sort of walked out of the match. But he looked good, and he told me that his goal is to become the IGWP, the Japan champion. He doesn't want to go to NXT. He wants to work as many indies as he can, but his thing is he wants to go work in Japan. Japan wants to put him in the dojo, which is like a 2-year commitment, and he just doesn't want to leave his dad. He doesn't want to leave Orlando. He's lived there forever, and it just would take a lot to get him out of there. Here's meeting Papa Shango. This, of course, was after he wasn't a part of the Super Ticket, but that was a $5 picture. That's a steal. I mean, you think about 1990, 1991, whenever his run with Shango was with Ultimate Warrior. I mean, that's awesome. To get him all decked out, wearing the hats. He's got the shirt. When he took the picture, he actually growled when he made the fist. Not just for me, for every single person. It's what got him into the character. I thought it was very funny. There's a cool Ultimate Warrior figure. Can't go wrong with that. Here's Chris Masters. He was taking pictures. Why is that one like that? But that's Chris Masters. He was taking pictures as a vendor guest. I can't remember if that was 5 or 10, but you got to support Masters. Guy saved his mom from a burning fire, and it is what it is. Here's Ric Flair. I wish I would have smiled more, but he was awesome. I talked to him about the 49ers, told him I had to get him season tickets because I didn't want him to leave. We had front row seats for the show, and Rick was out there. He had a lot of fun. He did a real long promo putting over the show. There's what I do. There's Chemo right there. He's probably the best wrestler that they got. He was in TNA Gut Check. The Ho Train was getting down in front of us. That's a really cool chick. Her name is Nicole Savoy, and she had a really awesome match. I was really into this. I just went into it as a wrestling fan. I'm going to cheer for the baby faces. I'm going to boo for the heels, and had a ton of fun. Front row, BTW. I'll see you next year. I hope the convention is a lot bigger, but I had fun no matter what it was. Thank you very much to Kirk White and everybody who puts it on in Newark, California.